Hello and welcome to the GSBC podcast, brought to you by the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce and powered by Purple Bunny Marketing. I'm your host, Matthew Taylor-Farrington, and today I am joined by Dolores from Aspirations United. Thank you for coming in to have a chat to us.
Well, thank you for having me.
No worries. So to begin, could you share the story behind Aspirations United and what motivated you to establish this life and mindset coaching practice?
When I came back to Australia, which was in 2013, I tried to establish myself as a dyslexia specialist here, having gained my accreditation and everything in England. Yep. And it just wasn't meant to be. I did a few things. I didn't want to go back into education here because I discovered how, I hate to say this, but backward they are with dyslexia in education.
Yep.
Right, I was an established teacher from the UK. I trained in Victoria, but I did a master's degree on dyslexia in Britain, and so with that, I just thought I met a lot of dyslexic adults who really had lost their way in their life.
Yes,
and I spoke to a few of them and did a few consultations, and I just kind of figured, well, there's a real chance that maybe life coaching would be the way to go. And I didn't sort of take that up initially right at the beginning when I thought about it, but it festered in my mind for a long time.
Yes.
And I just thought, well, I need to do something. I need to do this. But then I started reflecting on my own life and how I got to where I got to. And I thought to myself, well, even for people like without dyslexia need help and some way of dealing with their own life situations.
Yes. Yeah, wonderful. All right. And you obviously, I'm aware of some of your personal journey that you've been on, but from early motherhood to becoming a chef, teacher, and now a life coach, it's truly inspiring. But how have these experiences shaped your coaching philosophy?
Wow. It goes right back to when I was 8.5 years old. Yep. I was an immigrant child.
Yes.
And with no English, absolutely none. And I struggled a lot from an early age to try and fit in, to try and be part of something.
Yes.
And it didn't happen for me quite straight away. It took a long while. And from that, I ended up leaving school quite early in life at 17, and I really loved learning, but it just wasn't happening that quickly for me because I wasn't given the instructions on to become a fluent English speaker, and so it held me back for many years, not just then, but even after I left school. So from that point on, I just discovered that the way to go was to be the best that I can be. At age 25, actually, I felt like there was a few things missing in my life. Mm-hmm. Something was missing. Yep. And I had a family, 3 children, a house, a husband, and everything was fine. But I didn't feel complete. I felt like there was challenges waiting for me that I needed to face and confront those. I ended up becoming a chef as an adult chef learner, and that was because there was quite a shortage of chefs in the industry.
Yes.
And so William Angliss, a really reputable college, put out advertisements for adults to come in and train because there needed to be they needed to have people in the industry. Hospitality was doing really well in Australia back in those days. However, what ended up happening 4 years after I managed to get into the industry and did really, really well, actually, there was an airline strike that hit Australia-wide. Yep. And it went on for 9 months and it killed hospitality.
Yes.
So during that time, I sort of had to curtail what I was doing because there was no work. Yep. And whilst I was waiting, within about 2 months, there was an advertisement in our letterbox for a local campus, university campus opened up, and they were asking for adults that missed out on further education when they were younger to
Yes.
come and try out on a bridging course.
Yes.
So I went and tried that. I thought, why not? I did all right when I did the chefing course. There was a lot of science behind that and a lot of education behind that.
Yes.
So I thought, well, I'm ready. And I went and did that. And I got in and did my Bachelor of Arts degree, specialised in 3 areas. And I proved a lot to myself. I was just a happy bunny.
Yeah.
And I just thought, wow, well, I've come a long way. And by that stage, it was like, 15 years after I left school.
Yes.
And so I went back into hospitality because I couldn't go anywhere with my Bachelor of Arts degree, even though I specialised in 3 areas.
Yes.
So I went back into the industry, and I ended up managing a restaurant and did all sorts of things.
Yes.
But at the end, I just felt worn out with hospitality. I really wanted to get out a bit, and I just thought, well, I always wanted to be a teacher, and I had that dream from the time I was 17, still in school.
Yes.
And I knew that back when I was 17, there was no way that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I decided that I was ready for it now, and I went for it. I went into Victoria University. I did the bridging course. I ended up doing the degree. I finished, and then whilst I was waiting for a next opportunity to do the graduate diploma of education, which was when I was worn out.
Yes.
With hospitality, that's when I took that chance and did it, and that's what got me into teaching, and I became an English teacher after all that. Went full circle.
Yes.
It was quite good. I thought, yes, got you back.
Yes.
And I just learnt so much about myself during those decades where I just floundered, but then I managed to move my life forward.
Yes.
But at that same time, my first marriage was on the rocks, severely on the rocks. Yep. And so I left that, went to Sydney, lived in Sydney for a couple of years.
Yep.
Didn't make much difference to my ex.
Yep.
He just thought he still owned me. So I took off to the United Kingdom.
Yes.
And with the United Kingdom, I just had the life of Riley. I really did. It was wonderful. I did what I wanted to do, and I worked hard as well.
Yes.
As a teacher, and I had a lot of dyslexic kids in my classrooms. Back in the UK, dyslexia is not a dirty word. It's something that needs to be challenged and helped.
Yes.
So I was really pleased that eventually I got the opportunity to do a master's degree. So when I brought all that here, I was really disappointed that my talents weren't really wanted.
Yep.
They were wanted for free, but not any other way. So I just floundered again for a few years. And then when we lived in South Australia before we came to Queensland, I felt I could do life coaching. It came to me before, and I just thought, why don't I do life coaching?
Yes.
And then when we came to Queensland, I felt very disappointed in that education here wasn't that interested either. It wasn't. They weren't interested in what my skills and what I had to provide back in South Australia. So I never bothered to really enter into education there.
Yes.
Other than doing one-on-one with students, which I had, and consultancy with adults.
Yes.
So when I came here, I did go and work in schools, and I just found it very disappointing that there was just no interest. And the whole system didn't feel right for me.
Yes.
I was a high flyer in education in the UK.
Yep.
Because I knew my stuff and I knew what I was doing. But here it was like there's no clear system to me that tells me what it's all about.
Yes.
It's in bits and pieces, and it just wasn't good enough really. So I left that and started thinking, well, now's the time for life coaching.
Yes.
And here I am.
Yes, here you are. All right. So obviously that leads us into Aspirations United.
Yes.
Which you offer various programs, including Reconnect to Your Goddess Within and the Rapid Results program. Could you elaborate on how these programs assist your clients in their personal growth journeys?
Well, with the Goddess Within, that's kind of like from when I was 25 and bewildered about where's my life going.
Yep.
Yeah. Personal challenges weren't there.
Yes.
And I feel that, it also coincides with the fact that recently I learnt that, as recent as last year, that it's at age 25 that a female brain is fully developed.
Yeah.
So it's no wonder that I had that feeling of where am I, what am I doing, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
And so, but with this, with the Goddess Within, I've turned it into 6 modules, which need to be, they're priced so that they all, it's individual learning, you know, home learning, and they can work at it at their own pace.
Yep.
To reconnect with themselves. It's so important to really discover what makes you tick. You might already know, but you might already think you know, but it's not till you really look into it that you discover more things about yourself.
Yes.
So I think that's a really important thing for young women to get right for themselves.
Yeah,
because
agreed.
you know, it may help them not to make the mistakes that I made.
Yes.
With Rapid Results, well, that's a different kettle of fish, and that's for both men and women.
Yes.
It's an astounding program because it offers specific individual formula to assist them in whatever endeavour they wish to pursue.
Yep.
Its clarity comes from the 5 Rapid Results model. Each phase unlocks the potential for growth or to understand what they are more likely to discover about themselves. And it's so important to really know who you are.
Yes.
And then that allows them to make changes to their circumstances in their lives.
Yep.
For instance, we look at what might be holding them back in achieving an objective, goal, or gain a deeper sense of self. The program helps to build a sense of empowerment and personal growth. And having said that, it is designed to help their objectives. They are able to discover strengths they may never have felt before about themselves, or simply not acted to achieve what they had wanted to achieve in the past.
Yep.
So it really gives them that initiative to push forward because we clear the blocks that are there that prevent them, and the blocks are trapped emotions, shadow values, conflicted values, self-sabotage, soul retrieval.
Yes.
And they're in the 5-module program, part of the program. So working with a life coach here brings both the hard parts and the breakthroughs by removing the roadblocks to success. And that's basically what that is. And it's a very good program designed by Benjamin Harvey from Authentic Education, and it's very well thought out and a really good program to work with.
Yep. Yeah, lovely. All right. So that covers off 2 of your programs, but then you've also got another program called the Mindfulness program.
Yes.
It's a key offering that you have. How do you see mindful practices contributing to personal development and well-being?
Oh, wow. You know, if you're looking for ways of feeling that you're within yourself properly, mindfulness is the way to go because it's a daily ritual of looking within yourself.
Yes.
To associate yourself with how you're feeling.
Yes.
And but not just that, you've got to learn how to not make it a part of your. It's not part of your body. It's something in your mind. So it's the mind development that goes with mindfulness that helps you to clear the blocks, clear those thoughts, and go with positives.
Yes.
That will help you to achieve more peace in your life, more you know.
Yep. We all want more peace, that's
Yes,
for sure.
and less stress.
Correct.
And it does help with that.
Definitely. All right. Well, I think that's all we have time for to ask you today. But thank you for coming along to have a chat to us on the
thank you.
GSBC podcast.
Thank you for inviting me.
No worries at all. And thank you for tuning in to the latest episode of the GSBC podcast. Make sure that you do like and subscribe on all of the social media channels.